My dad kind of planted the music seed in me, so I knew right off the bat that I wanted to study music and I wanted to study vocal performance. My father has a degree in opera performance from The Ohio State University, and my dad got really interested in historical music, specifically in like the 18th century America. Not necessarily what was on the opera stages or the theater stages, but more what were they singing around their fires at night on the frontier. And in doing so, he became really interested in the circus and the early circus. And he found out that in 1724, the first circus appeared in America, and it was two people. It was a man and his wife. And my dad was like, well, if this is a small family circus, maybe it'll work today, still like it did back then. So essentially, he turned my family into a small family circus. My dad took me on as kind of his music apprentice, and we did a lot of tavern dinners, wine festivals, whatever, and oftentimes my dad and I would be the entertainment. And so he had a lute and a recorder, and I had my voice in a recorder, and we would just do music for hours on end. From the get-go, I knew that I wanted to study music. You know, when I went to college, I wanted to be just like Dad and study opera. And after I think my first year in college, I realized that opera wasn't that big of an option, but I was okay with that, and I still wanted to study music. I studied a lot of theory, and I learned how to, pick out the melody in a piece of music or to pick out the harmony. So I feel like in my own life, the melody is the singing and the vocalizing and the music that I love to do. But if you just have a melody, a song is kind of boring. It doesn't have a lot to offer without a harmony. And through just being out of the circus and being in college, I learned that I didn't just have to sing, and that didn't need to be what defined me, and that didn't need to be my melody. I needed harmony. Fire breathing is mildly terrifying. My father was the one who taught me to fire breathe, and it was his idea. I don't really remember how it happened, but I know one day my dad came up to my brother and I and said, "Here's some torches, let's learn a new trick." So I switched my major in my 4th year of college from music to theater. The music is still a very, very strong part of my life and my livelihood. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling, but come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. For I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, I love you so. I had admired Cirque du Soleil for years, and I'd seen many of their shows, and they were just awe-inspiring pieces of theatricality and glamour and talent, straight up talent, which is kind of when I decided that I would rather go back into the circus than be a voice teacher or just a music professor. So I then decided that my ultimate goal in life was Cirque du Soleil. Being able to blend singing with fire breathing and sword walking is a really, really diverse range of talents to have. But sometimes I think the best harmonies are made from the really diverse, key signatures and notes and the way of placing them on the page. My harmony became the other talents that I had that I didn't need to hide because they were just as much a part of me as singing was.